Long before Singapore became the modern city we know today, it was already a busy and important place. Its location was perfect for ships traveling between the east and the west, and this made Singapore a major port for trade. Merchants from all over the world, including China, India, Arabia, and Europe, came here to buy and sell goods. Because so many different people came to trade, many different types of money were used. Imagine a marketplace filled with Spanish silver dollars, Dutch guilders, Indian rupees, and Chinese cash coins. This mix of currencies was common in early Singapore, showing just how connected it was to the rest of the world and its global trading partners. This variety of coins could sometimes be confusing for traders, since there was no single official currency for a very long time. The value of each coin depended on the silver or gold it contained. The most popular coin was the Spanish silver dollar, which was trusted by merchants everywhere. As the British influence grew in the region, they tried to make the money system simpler. They wanted to introduce their own currency to make trade easier and more organized for the British Empire. This was the beginning of a big change for money in Singapore, moving from a mix of international coins to a more controlled, colonial currency system that would serve British interests. The establishment of Singapore as a British trading post by Sir Stamford Raffles in 1819 was a turning point. The British East India Company began to manage the port, and with this came a more formal approach to currency. While various international coins were still in use, the British started to introduce coins that were more familiar to them. This transition was slow, and for many years the old and new systems existed side by side. Local people and traders had to be very smart about money, knowing the value of different coins from different countries. This period shows Singapore's role as a global crossroads, where cultures and their currencies met and mixed freely in the bustling markets. Ultimately, the need for a stable and uniform currency became clear. A single monetary system would make business transactions much smoother and help the port's economy grow even faster. This led to the creation of specific currencies for the British territories in Southeast Asia, which included Singapore. The journey from a chaotic mix of global coins to a standardized colonial currency was an important part of Singapore's economic history. It laid the foundation for the structured monetary system that would follow, eventually leading to Singapore creating its very own coins after it became an independent nation, a story of self-reliance and national pride. The first official currency for Singapore and nearby British territories was the Straits Settlements dollar. These coins were introduced in 1845 to create a standard money system. Early coins were made by the British East India Company and featured a portrait of Queen Victoria. The coins came in different values like cents and were made from copper and silver. For example, the 1-cent coin was copper, while the higher value coins like the 50-cent piece were made of silver. These coins were used in Singapore, Penang, and Malacca, which were the three main territories of the Straits Settlements. They helped make trade much simpler than before. Later, the designs of the Straits Settlements coins changed. After Queen Victoria, the coins featured the portraits of British kings, such as King Edward VII and King George V. On the other side of the coin, you would usually find the value, like 1 cent, and the year it was made, surrounded by a decorative border. The materials used for the coins also changed over time. For example, during difficult times like World War I, some silver coins were replaced with coins made from cheaper metals like cupro nickel. These changes tell a story about the economic conditions of the time and the priorities of the British Empire in managing its colonies. After the Straits Settlements period, a new currency was created for a wider area. This was the Malayan dollar, introduced in 1939. These coins were meant to be used in the Straits Settlements and the Malay states. The designs were a little different. They featured the British monarch, King George VI on one side. The other side showed the value of the coin with the words, Commissioners of Currency, Malaya. These coins were also made in various denominations, from the small half-cent and 1-cent coins made of bronze, to the silver 20-cent coins. This currency system was a step towards uniting the economy of the entire Malayan Peninsula under British rule. The final colonial currency used in Singapore was the Malaya and British Borneo dollar. This was introduced in 1953 after World War II. These coins were used in an even larger area, including Malaya, Singapore, Sarawak, North Borneo, and Brunei. The coins featured a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, who had just become the monarch. The materials were modern for their time, using metals like bronze and cupro-nickel instead of silver for most coins. These coins were in circulation right up until Singapore became independent. They represent the last chapter of British colonial influence on the region's money before Singapore started its own journey of creating a national currency. When Singapore became an independent republic in 1965, one of the most important tasks was to create its own money. A national currency is a powerful symbol of a country's sovereignty and independence. Before this, Singapore had used a common currency with Malaysia, but after the two countries separated, it was time for Singapore to have its own dollars and cents. On the 12th of June 1967, Singapore issued its very first series of coins and notes. This was a proud moment for the new nation. The Board of Commissioners of Currency Singapore was formed to manage this new money, ensuring it was stable and trusted by people at home and around the world. The first set of Singaporean coins included 6 different values, also known as denominations. There was the 1 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, 20 cent, and 50 cent coin. A larger $1 coin was also introduced a little later. The government chose the metals for these coins very carefully. The 1 cent coin was made of bronze, which is a mix of copper and tin. The 5, 10, 20, and 50 cent coins were made of cupro-nickel, a combination of copper and nickel that looks like silver, but is much more durable and less expensive. The $1 coin was also made of cupro-nickel. These materials were chosen because they were strong and would last a long time in circulation. The design of the new coins was very important. The government wanted the coins to represent the new nation's identity and aspirations. Instead of a foreign king or queen, the front of every coin featured the Singapore coat of arms. This crest has a lion and a tiger holding a shield with a crescent moon and 5 stars, symbols of a young nation on the rise. Below the crest, the word Singapore was written in the 4 official languages: English, Malay, Chinese, and Tamil. This showed that Singapore was a multicultural country where different communities lived together. The year the coin was made was also shown on this side. This first step into creating a national currency was very successful. People quickly accepted the new coins for their daily transactions, from buying food at a hawker center to paying for a bus ride. The coins were not just practical tools for commerce, they were symbols of Singapore's newfound freedom and its determination to build a successful future on its own terms. Every coin in a person's pocket was a small reminder of the nation's independence. This move set the stage for the evolution of Singapore's currency, with new designs and features that would continue to tell the story of the country's progress and achievements over the following decades. The very first series of Singaporean coins, issued from 1967, is often called the Sea Animals series by collectors, but the official theme was more general, focusing on local flora and fauna. However, a closer look reveals a wonderful theme of public amenities and local plant life. The reverse side of each coin, the side opposite the coat of arms, featured a simple, modern design that represented something important about Singapore's environment and daily life. These designs were meant to be easily recognizable and to give Singaporeans a sense of connection to their home. They were simple, yet elegant, reflecting the practical and forward-looking spirit of the young nation as it began its journey. Each denomination in this first series had its own unique design. The 1 cent coin, for example, showed a public housing apartment block with a fountain in front, symbolizing the government's push for modern public housing. The 5 cent coin featured a design of a snake bird, also known as a darter, which represented the rich wildlife in Singapore's nature reserves. The 10 cent coin depicted a seahorse, a nod to Singapore's identity as an island nation with a close relationship to the sea. These designs were carefully chosen to represent different aspects of life in Singapore, from urban development to the natural world that surrounded the city. Moving up in value, the 20 cent coin showcased a swordfish, another marine creature that highlighted the importance of the sea to Singapore's economy and culture. The 50 cent coin featured a lionfish, a beautiful but venomous fish, perhaps a subtle symbol of Singapore's strength and ability to defend itself. Finally, the $1 coin, which was larger than the others, had a striking design of the Singapore lion symbol, often mistaken for the Merlion. This stylized lion head became an iconic representation of the nation's courage and resilience. Together, these designs created a mini gallery of Singapore's identity that people could carry with them every day. This first series remained in circulation for almost 20 years, from 1967 until 1985. During this time, Singaporeans became very familiar with these designs. The coins were part of the backdrop of daily life, used in countless transactions that fueled the country's rapid economic growth. For many who grew up during this period, these coins bring back feelings of nostalgia. They are more than just old money, they are artifacts from a foundational period in Singapore's history. They represent the hopes and dreams of a new nation and the simple, everyday things that defined life in its early years of independence. In 1985, Singapore introduced its second series of coins, which, honestly, brought some exciting changes. This series is famously known as the Floral series because, well, every coin featured a beautiful local flower. The main reason for the new series was actually to make the coins smaller and lighter. You see, the old coins, especially the 50-cent and $1 pieces, were quite large and heavy. The new smaller coins were just more convenient for people to carry in their wallets and pockets. This change really reflected a practical approach to currency design, making daily transactions easier for everyone. The introduction of this series marked a new chapter in Singapore's story, focusing on the beauty of its natural heritage. The metals used for the coins were also updated in the second series. The 1-cent coin was changed from bronze to a copper-plated zinc coin, which was, cheaper to produce. The 5-cent coin was made from an aluminium-bronze alloy, giving it a golden color. The 10, 20, and 50-cent coins remained cupro-nickel, but now they were much smaller. A significant change was the new $1 coin. It was made from an aluminium-bronze alloy, making it golden in color and smaller than the old silver-colored one. It also had an octagonal shape, which made it easy to distinguish from other coins by touch alone, a really helpful feature for visually impaired people. The most memorable feature of the second series was its beautiful floral designs. Each coin showcased a flower that can be found in Singapore, connecting the currency to the nation's Garden City vision. The 1-cent coin featured the Vanda Miss Joaquim, Singapore's national flower. The 5-cent coin showed the fruit of the Monstera deliciosa. The 10-cent coin had the star jasmine flower, known for its lovely fragrance. The 20-cent coin displayed the powder puff plant, and the 50-cent coin featured the yellow alamanda flower. The golden $1 coin was decorated with the periwinkle flower. These designs were intricate and really celebrated the rich plant life of Singapore. The front of the coins, or the obverse, was also updated. While it still featured the Singapore coat of arms, the design was slightly refined and modernized. The word Singapore was still written in the 4 official languages circling the crest. This series was very popular and remained in circulation for a long time, well into the 21st century. For an entire generation of Singaporeans, these floral coins were the money they grew up with. They represented a period of great prosperity and development for Singapore, and their design served as a constant reminder of the nation's identity as a beautiful and vibrant garden city. In 2013, Singapore launched its third and current series of coins, which carry a theme of national icons. This series was designed to tell the story of Singapore's progress and achievements in a fresh and modern way. The coins have a bold, new look and incorporate advanced security features to prevent counterfeiting. This was the first major redesign in over 25 years, and it really reflects a confident, forward-looking Singapore. The Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS, introduced these coins to be more durable and to celebrate the symbols that define the nation's identity and pride. Each coin in this series is a small tribute to a significant aspect of the Singapore story. The denominations in the third series are the 5-cent, 10-cent, 20-cent, 50-cent, and $1 coin. The 1-cent coin was discontinued because, well, it cost more to make than it was worth. Each coin in this series has a unique design on its reverse side. The 5-cent coin shows the Esplanade Theatres on the Bay, a famous landmark known for its spiky, durian-like roof, representing Singapore's vibrant arts and culture scene. The 10-cent coin features a block of public housing apartments, highlighting the nation's successful public housing program, which provides homes for the majority of its citizens. These designs showcase modern Singaporean achievements. The larger coins continue this theme of national pride. The 20-cent coin depicts Changi Airport, consistently voted one of the best airports in the world, symbolizing Singapore's status as a global travel and connectivity hub. The 50-cent coin shows the port of Singapore, one of the busiest ports globally, which underscores the importance of trade and the maritime industry to the nation's economy. The $1 coin is bimetallic, with a golden outer ring and a silver-colored center. It features the Merlion, Singapore's most famous icon, a mythical creature that represents the city's humble beginnings as a fishing village, and its original name, Singapura, the Lion City. A key feature of the third series is its enhanced security. The $1 coin has a special laser-etched mark that shows the year on one side and the national flower, the Vanda Miss Joaquim, on the other when viewed from different angles. The coins also have a distinctive milled edge pattern to help people, especially the visually impaired, identify them easily. For instance, the 10-cent coin has a plain edge while the 20-cent coin has an interrupted milled edge. These modern coins are not just for spending, they are a celebration of Singapore's journey from a small island to a thriving global city, with each design telling a piece of that incredible story. Besides the coins we use every day, the Singapore Mint also issues special coins called commemorative coins. These are not meant for daily shopping but are created to celebrate important events, anniversaries, or significant aspects of Singaporean culture and history. They are kind of like special souvenirs that capture a moment in time. For example, a commemorative coin might be issued to mark National Day, the founding of a key institution, or an international event hosted by Singapore. These coins are often made from precious metals like gold or silver, and are produced in limited numbers, which makes them highly sought after by collectors. One of the most common reasons for issuing commemorative coins is to celebrate major national anniversaries. For instance, special coin sets were released to mark Singapore's 25th anniversary of independence, known as SG25, and its 50th anniversary, or SG50. The SG50 coins were particularly popular, with many Singaporeans queuing up to get them. These sets often include coins with unique designs that are different from the regular circulation coins. They might feature the event's logo, special imagery related to the celebration, or even be colorized, making them visually striking and distinct from everyday currency. They serve as lasting keepsakes of a shared national experience. Commemorative coins also celebrate Singapore's rich culture and heritage. There have been coin series dedicated to the Chinese lunar calendar, featuring the 12 zodiac animals. Each year, a new coin is released with a beautiful design of that year's animal, such as the dragon, tiger, or rabbit. These are very popular, especially as gifts during Chinese New Year. Other series have celebrated local festivals, nature, and landmarks. By creating coins that honor these themes, the Singapore Mint helps to preserve and promote the nation's diverse cultural identity for future generations to appreciate and remember. These special coins are often produced using different materials and techniques. While everyday coins are made of base metals, commemorative coins can be minted in 999 fine silver or even pure gold. They may also have unique shapes or feature advanced minting technologies like laser engraving or color printing. Because they are produced in limited quantities, they have a value that is much higher than their face value. For collectors, these coins are not just pieces of metal, they are miniature works of art and historical artifacts that tell a story about what Singapore values and celebrates as a nation. The Singapore Mint is the organization responsible for making all of Singapore's coins. It was established in 1968, just a year after Singapore issued its first currency. Its main job is to produce high-quality coins for circulation, ensuring that there is enough money for everyone to use for their daily needs. This is a very important task because the quality and availability of coins affect the entire economy. The Mint uses advanced technology and strict quality control processes to make sure that every coin meets the standards set by the Monetary Authority of Singapore, or MAS. From melting the metals to striking the designs, every step is done with great precision. Beyond making the coins we use every day, the Singapore Mint has another major role producing commemorative coins and medallions. As we've seen, these special items celebrate important national events and cultural themes. The Mint works with talented designers and engravers to create these beautiful miniature works of art. They are not just manufacturers, they are storytellers who use metal as their canvas. The Mint is responsible for the entire process, from conceptualizing the design to packaging the final product in attractive presentation boxes. This side of their business helps to promote Singapore's heritage both locally and internationally. The Singapore Mint is also a business that provides its services to other countries. Its reputation for producing high-quality coins is known around the world. Because of this, the mints of other nations sometimes hire the Singapore Mint to produce their currencies or commemorative issues. This is a great achievement for a small nation like Singapore, showing that its technical skills and craftsmanship are world-class. This international business not only brings in revenue, but also strengthens Singapore's position as a global leader in minting technology and innovation, exporting its expertise far beyond its own shores. Finally, the Singapore Mint plays a role in educating the public about the nation's currency history. It operates gift shops where people can buy the latest commemorative coins and learn more about numismatics, which is the hobby of coin collecting. They sometimes hold exhibitions or tours that give people a behind-the-scenes look at how coins are made. By engaging with the community, the Singapore Mint helps foster a greater appreciation for the art, history, and technology behind the coins that we often take for granted. It ensures that the story of Singapore's currency is known and valued by all. The world of coin collecting, or numismatics, is a fascinating hobby, and Singaporean coins are very popular among collectors. The value of a coin to a collector is often much more than the number printed on it. Several factors determine how valuable a coin is. One of the most important is its rarity. Coins that were made in very small numbers, such as some of the early commemorative issues or coins with errors, are often the most valuable. For example, if only a few thousand of a particular coin were ever minted, it becomes a rare treasure that many collectors want to own. The condition of a coin is also extremely important in determining its value. Collectors use a grading system to describe a coin's condition from poor to mint state or uncirculated. An uncirculated coin is one that has never been used for shopping and looks as new as the day it was made. It has no scratches, wear, or damage. A coin in perfect condition will always be worth much more than the same coin that is worn out from years of use. This is why serious collectors often keep their most valuable coins in special protective cases to preserve their pristine condition for the future. Certain Singaporean coins are particularly valuable. Coins from the first series, from 1967 to 1985, in uncirculated condition, can be worth much more than their face value. The same goes for the early commemorative coins made of silver or gold, especially those with low mintage numbers. Sometimes a coin becomes valuable because of an error made during its production. For example, a coin might be struck on the wrong metal blank, or have a small mistake in its design. These error coins are very rare and can fetch high prices at auctions because they are unique and tell an interesting story about the minting process. For anyone interested in starting a collection, it is a hobby that connects you directly with Singapore's history. You can start by simply looking closely at the change in your pocket. You might find a coin from an older series, or one that looks particularly shiny and new. As you learn more, you can visit coin shops or attend coin fairs to find specific pieces for your collection. Whether you are interested in the Colonial-era Straits Settlements coins or the modern third series, collecting Singaporean coins is a rewarding way to hold a small piece of the nation's incredible journey in your hand.